painting, painting, painting.
Hello web friends, welcome back to Dabbles in DIY. We are doing a very exciting video today. We are doing another upcycle project. We're going to be upcycling a lamp that I actually found in the same place that I bought the table from the last episode. If you haven't seen that one, I will leave a link. Be sure to check that one out. So as some of you may know, over the last year, the whole faux ceramic look using bicarbonate of soda / baking soda and mixing it with paint has really become popular. It's not as popular as it was like before, but it's definitely still something a lot of people are doing. And I really wanted to try it on something kind of on a larger scale than, you know, like a little vase or something small like that.
So I have tried this method before, but admittedly to varying degrees of success. And most of the times I considered the results I got very streaky and ultimately just a fail.
So this time I wanted to try and actually see if I could do this and have results that I would actually be happy with, and actually have an item in my home that I would be happy to display and not something that I just hide in like the dark closet of failed DIYs. So I was really keen to see if I could do that. And so that's what this whole video and this whole journey is going to be about. We're going to take this lamp and try and perhaps make it look more modern, make it look cooler. And a lot of what I'm going to be doing in this video is stuff that I saw on Lone Fox over on Drew's channel. If you're into DIYs and you don't watch Lone Fox, you need to start, because I get so many ideas and so much inspiration from there. So I'm not gonna babble any longer. Let's get into this video and see if we can transform this lamp.
So first you're going to need some acrylic paint. I got this in the black color. You can buy this at Builders, at P&A, at CNA if it still exists. Many shops carry this paint. Next, you will need bicarbonate of soda. When you see this on American videos, this is what they call baking soda, but for us it's bicarbonate of soda. And so this is what you're going to be looking for. And yes, I got a big chunk of it, but it's necessary. Trust me, y'all, you need a lot. Next, you're going to need a plate, something disposable that you can just mix your paint in, because we're going to be mixing it. Then of course you're going to need something to scoop it up with, a spoon. This is just one of those scoopers. Then finally, you'll need a paintbrush. I'm just using one that I use all the time. Recycle paintbrushes and save money. Trust me. And now it's time to paint. But first, we actually have to mix the paint, don't we? So I'm just dunking the acrylic paint into the side plate. Maybe a black plate was not a good idea. And I'm just mixing in the bicarbonate of soda, trying to smush up those granules as much as possible. I got the scooper because, yeah, I wasn't getting anywhere with just throwing it in. That's a recipe for a catastrophe. And I'm just mixing it. Until, you know, you want to mix it until you get it to a really good consistency. Like, it has to be nice and thick. And now the painting commences. So when you apply your paint, just try and pack on as much as possible onto the lamp, and being especially mindful of the curves and the grooves. And yeah, just worry about that. Like, just worry about getting those covered. But I will also say, honestly, we're going to come back for a second coat. So don't be too worried about everything. If there's places that you discover after the first coat haven't been fully painted, you can just go back in. It'll still look even. It'll still look like it was painted like at once. So don't worry too much about it. Okay? Right now, your focus should just be painting, 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 painting. So here's a quick hack for keeping your paintbrushes wet in between like coats when you're waiting for things to dry. Grab a plastic bag, some water, spray it all over the brushes, and then wrap up the plastic bag and just like seal it off. It'll keep it dry, and then you won't have to keep rinsing and wetting things in between your coats. All right, the first coat is dry, but we definitely have to go in for another coat because I definitely didn't cover everything in the first coat. As you can see here, you can still see some red. So let's jump into coat number 2.
Wasn't it for me?
Many hours later.
So this is it now after drying overnight. The weather was not the most compliant yesterday, so I kind of took my time. I did, however, have to go back in and do like a bit more painting down here because it actually hadn't gone all the way through. There were still some red patches, maroon, I guess. So now I'm coming in with this. I really want to see what would happen, you know, if I did a bit of like a little sheen on it, because it is a bit, it's got a bit of a shine to it, like a little sheen. So I want to see if I can add a little more as soon as I can open this can. So this is the Painter's Touch, the Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch Clear Satin. I also like it because then it also seals the paint so that it can last longer. But I don't think we need that. I mean, this is like 3 coats at this point. But we're just going to see how this looks and see if maybe, well, if I like it. If I hate it, I'll just paint over it. So let's see. So we're just giving it a little coat. And I really like how it's coming out, to be honest. Now, when you paint, remember, you want to keep, oh my gosh, there's so much wind. You just want to keep your can in motion, though it really doesn't matter right now because, you know, we're just painting a clear coat. But you just want to keep your can in motion as much as possible. So far I like it. I like the kind of like the finish it's giving this. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera though. And my braids just keep getting into the camera. But I wanted to get really close so that you guys could see what I'm doing. So what you're trying to avoid is this pooling that happens there, which just means that you're keeping your can in one place for too long. All right, so we've done this side, and truly, keep getting hair in here. So I feel like this will make it look slightly more high-end by just giving it a bit of a sheen and a seal, I guess. So that was my whole idea. I wasn't gonna go with a clear gloss because I feel like that would be too shiny, but I do like this look.
Many hours later.
All right, guys, that is the process and the journey of trying to transform this lamp. It was fun, it was exciting, it was new also. And honestly, I will immediately say that the results I got are way, way better than all the other failed projects that I've had before. And I guess that's the lesson with DIYs. Sometimes you just need to keep trying things until they work out. You just have to have a lot of patience. But I'm super happy with how this came out, and so happy that I might actually fully permanently display it inside my home. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. This is the lamp before, and now this is what it looks like.
Guys, I am so thrilled, super thrilled with how this lamp turned out. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And the lampshade that I found, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. I am so happy that I went with the black on black look. It looks so stunning. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for watching.